We're not gonna stay alive for that long, man. Um, sometimes it's I you know when I did albums, you know, I was never good on an album, never. See, I got my days where I feel good, and I got my days where I feel like shit. Um, I didn't always have it like that, but the last 10 years, I've felt in my body what it meant to be a hardcore drug addict. What it did to my body. You feel as everybody's saying, there's a bill you have to pay for all the shit you've done to yourself. I must admit, that's very true. It is right now, it is very true. You know, I literally wake up and don't want to wake up, because I feel so fucking awful. But again, if I don't wake up and do my shit, um, getting a little overweight where I'm living right now because there's so much to eat. God damn it. And when you're bored, it's easy to eat a fucking something. But, it is what it is. I don't care. I'll walk it off. I've said that many times, but I will. Um, but, when I hear all these shenanigans that's going on in my own house where I live, like people about other people who live there. Then it's the soap. Then people steal. Then they don't. Then they get caught. Then they don't. And you know, instead of just doing what you have to do, man, it's just like everything in life you do. Just do what you have to do. I don't want all that shit. Where no, I'll do it tomorrow because it's much easier tomorrow because blah, 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 blah. It's bullshit. I found out yesterday that I'm like doing a lot of bullshit too, actually. I was literally watching a match, a tennis match. I like tennis. I don't know why, but it always spoke to me because, like, it's literally, since the Venus Williams and Serena Williams has been on that court, they've been smashing like the WTA and the ATP with Roger Federer and like Rafael Nadal and Djokovic and all these people. They're rich on their just on their their prices today. He's like he just in Djokovic just in fucking prices from winning the tournaments. He have won $138 million. $38 million, $138 million just in fucking, and you can look that up easily. His name is just Djokovic, Ivan Djokovic. And it's ridiculous how much they earn. We have a guy called Holger Rune. He's like in the top hundreds. He got beaten today by an English guy, and it was a close match. But he was no in the third set. He like he let it loose because he lost like the two first. Already broke him like it made a break point, and he made it. He took his set away from him. Took his time. So now, man, I'm standing here. I'm gonna drink the Starbucks Frappuccino. I don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't care. Just as long as it tastes okay. It must because we get it like we buy it like for a lot of money. We buy this. We we put together like what is it? What is it? Like what would that be in dollars? That would be $100 each, and we can eat all fucking month. Almost. We can't eat, but we can eat what they come with. It's like it's the food that's like um, nobody buys, or there's the wrong label on it, or some shit, some stupid shit. See, this is a Starbucks Frappuccino. I think this is the logo. It tastes good. It's chocolate. Just Bailey without alcohol. Who the fuck wants Bailey without alcohol? Did I miss something here? This bird, it can't fly. Literally, it can't fly. Can literally not fly. Look here, look. It cannot fly. It's damn, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. A bird that can't fly. But it's literally a good hunter because it can hunt with these feet. And then maybe I need to feed it, man. It's like, come down there from there. If you fall, you fucking hurt yourself. You broke. If you break a leg, you're done. It was just a show, that he's got this fucking bird who can what, like, what the fuck, what the fuck. I hope it'll go down now. No, it stays up there. Oh, it got something to eat. That's good. That's good. Then I got him up there. Bird, I'm not, from the party with Peter Sellers. That's a fucking hilarious movie. Them fucking, they're so fucking fucked. That motherfucker Peter Sellers, he's just like so. What the fuck? I've been out, on Skid Row all day, telling my story from start to finish. You know, uh, I do this, and people got to do it too. People got to, if you got something on your mind and it's interesting, and I know it is interesting because everybody who lives a life like not like me exactly, but a life. But I'm talking English in a place where only English people come, American people, I might say. But language we're speaking are English, or is it? Because English has got. They say all the same. They say literally, literally. It's literally. They talk very different. I never liked the English sound. It tastes too funny. It's not me. It's just me. I don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like English people. If you knew how much pain I've been in, you know, you wouldn't say anything uh, about me smoking a spliff. Maybe it doesn't take the pain away like morphine does, but you know, uh, It'll get a little groove on in your head, and when you feel good inside, you just feel good. You know what I mean? It's just you feel good in your body too. And many people think that it's something that people make an excuse for smoking to get for getting high, and it's literally not. For me, of course, it's nice to be high, but it's like drinking a glass of wine. For me, it's nothing. So I don't understand the illegalness of it in Scandinavia because we got some of the biggest areas where they smoke a lot of hashish. Are you crazy? Christiania is huge. It's a big place where they sell hashish all over. It's a city within the city. It's an old fucking military base. It was taken over by hippies in 1971 when the military stopped being there. They just let all the rooms and all that shit stand. So the base just got taken over by hippies. And let me be honest, there were a lot of people who died of junk, of an OD. But again, people in Christiania, they like cleaned it up and it was like no drugs. And you don't do hard drugs in there. If you do that, you get your ass kicked, literally. I've seen some of it, and I even participated in some of the shit because it's you or them. It's like it's a war zone when shit like that happens. Everybody want to get into it's like sometimes it's okay because they did it in front of kids or young people or something, like took a fix or something. And then somebody tried to sell heroin or cocaine to a young guy that was 17 once. He got kicked his ass all the way out, and he got in the channel. It's called Kristiansand's channel canal. Uh, like it's what do you call uh, not like a river, but almost like a channel, like a small, and what do you call that? I don't know, man. But you know what I mean. But there's a lot of shit going on, like that. Um, but it's not okay. Everybody should have the right to be whatever the fuck they want to be, and I think we are coming to that. You see, I'm going out talk to some people about. I'm actually starting. I started today by making a book. I'm gonna make about my life. And the book today we started with my life story, and she got some of my information, and she wanted some of my fucking old newspaper clips. And I said I don't have them from the newspapers, but I got them from like I got the photocopy and shit. And she said, "Go, give me them." And I forgot I got a birthday. I got a totally beautiful fucking. And that was from my girlfriend. I must give her that. Something I must give her. She wasn't all bad, but she's my ex, and that's the reason why. And the reason is not me. I had a depression. I could. I don't know how to. I couldn't handle that. I didn't know it. They told me that when I got like um, to the hospital. So like all in all, it's like I'm good now, I'm good, I'm not saying I wasn't good. I'm just saying I wasn't like now. I don't hate. See, that's the wrong thing with these people. You can't say anything bad about them. Then you hate them. Yeah, I could say a lot, but there's a reason why you go, you know, each other's ways, and it's okay. I don't mind that. If you don't love a man, she didn't love me anymore. She didn't think, oh, I need to get him out of this depression. She just feeding me, like, giving me the paranoid, telling me how much I used and shit like that. And I can see now how much I used. It wasn't damn what she said, not at all, by any means, by far. She had some money to, control. God damn it, but I fall for it every fucking month. But she wasn't like bad. She was okay. But she was like having, and that was why she was very, but she would use them on me. I'm not saying that she was using them to herself and just taking. No, to use them on the family and shit like that. But she had a good amount of money to use. And she did, and because she was a wonderful human being when it comes to that point of view. But you see, you can't just be good at that and baking some good bread and, just walking home and just talking, and lying. You can't just do that and be embarrassed about every fucking thing you say, and you say it anyway. You talk shit about the neighbor, but you don't. And it's just weird. It's like, what the fuck? You say you call a shovel for a shovel and a spade for a spade. But what the fuck is that? When it's totally the opposite that's going on. You see, they're talking shit about each other, but nobody is saying anything. It's like it's the Twilight Zone, man. You're thinking, where the fuck am I, man? Where the fuck am I? You see, I don't like shit like that. I literally don't. Because it's fake. And I'm many things. And I'm also fake sometimes, but not when it comes to music. When it comes to my work shift, workman's craft. And that's my only shit I got. And then I got that I'm not violent. I'm not a violent person. I never hit nobody anymore. I haven't been in a fight for, yeah, I've been in a few, but that was over quickly. That was just somebody I had to. It wasn't no shit biggie. Yeah, so I'm kind of holding myself back. Staying in good places. And learning about making good food. Being a good man. I don't think I'm gonna get a woman again. I don't think so. I don't want to look for it. I don't want to even think about it right now. No, I don't think so. She destroyed my beliefs and beliefs in women, and she apparently did. And that's bullshit. Because I hope that an old girlfriend of mine, she would call me, if I'm lucky. But she's always got another boyfriend going on, on the side. That's kind of irritating when you love her. I've been loving that girl since like the start of the fucking beginning of time. For the longest. I don't give a fuck about saying it either. Oh, I feel better and better in my back. Maybe it's the smoke, maybe it's not. But anyway, I don't care what it is. I feel better right now. Still hurts a little when I cough, but not as at all as much as it did. When I was in Copenhagen, I thought I was dying. That's like 3 weeks ago. Oh, I just have to read this. Okay. Man, sorry, man. That was, I just got a gig. I'm getting gigs as a musician. I'm literally out talking about my dream fucking came true. My wife said, you can't do everything in once. I'm even writing a book. What the fuck? You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. Okay. Now I'm working. I'm telling my life story as I always told you I would. I'm literally writing a book right now. Now I'm just getting calls from a musician who want to work with me. So what the fuck? What the fuck? You see the disgust in my eyes? Why did you hold me back? Don't hold nobody back. Don't ever do that to you. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the people. I'm saying don't let anybody hold you back. Never. Don't let anybody, because there's something called, physical violence, and then there's psychic violence. And psychic violence is, for example, if your girlfriend is calling you every fucking 10 minutes, it's because she don't believe you. That's like hitting you and saying, fuck you, I don't believe you fucking shit. You have to come home because you can't sleep anywhere else. Two Domo. I am, man. What the fuck? Yeah. Man, it is what it is. But, people, man, they just be, we have to take care of each other. and you have to take care of yourself first and foremost. You can't just be taking care of a whole bunch of motherfuckers just because you're a good-hearted man. It's like you have your own fucking, you have yourself. And that, by the way, Two Fly, what's up, man? It's nice to see you, Two Fly Drummer, and respect for you to come and ride here in the fucking car, because, I just doing my little walk and talk with a little doobie on my head. It's going on all the time. Gotta go up and make a new one because my back is getting better, much better. But it's it's uh, yeah, 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 yeah. I know to fly. I figure. Uh, uh, yeah. I'm like, you know, um, I was like out to today with the school that's like young people. I got to. It's very funny. The end of this is very funny. I was out with voices from the street, and I meet them in my spot, and I say, "Hello, welcome to Voices from the Street. My name is Mass Rasmussen. It was not always my name. My name was Felsberg before, but we'll come to that. This is my story. We'll start. This is the youth club. I was 9 years old. I was there. I already smoked weed. I always was in a gang already, and they're listening. And last time there was a woman who she said, "What did you say your dad's company was?" And I said, "It was Scanner Reclaimbureau. That means advertisement firm." And she said, "Oh, so you're Sir Haluf?" And I said, "No, I'm not a sir. I'm just a Rasmussen." And she said, "But you're a Haluf." And I said, "Yeah." And that name, that's just money. But I'm not a rich motherfucker just because my family got a name and they're like fucking, I don't know what you call it in the United States, but they're like, the elite of the elite. My grandpa was a Freemason, I think. I know. But it's crazy. And she said, "Oh, you're one of them." And I said, "Yeah." And she listened to my story. That wasn't the school. The school, when I was finished with them, like telling my story, I said, "How many of you tried drugs?" And all of them almost raised their hands. It was a school for like people from 18 to like 21, like not like an high school, but like a school for people who can't fit in. And I tried to tell them all, and they knew all the places I showed, and that was places I've come since when I was the in the baddest shape of my life, and they knew these places. And I said, "Where the fuck do you know these places from?" "Yeah, from the newspapers." And I said, don't don't use it as a tool to think it's cool to know these places, because it's not cool. I've been living in this shit. And then when they saw who I knew and what I've been living in and the conditions and the realness of the situation when they come close to it, and seeing the rats and shit, then you get a little frustrated. You get a little like, did you sleep there? Yeah, I did, because it was warm, motherfuckers. It's warm where there's trash. That's the sad fucking, real, the real story there, and there's no people there, So a lot of people sleep these places, or sleep down. I slept once. I slept down under a train station. But I was rich, and that's why they want to tell my story in a book. Because I go from being one of the elites, one of the best musician in the fucking yeah, this country, and we were out of the country playing, sometimes, and I literally miss it. I actually do. Oh shit! Where did I put my frappuccino? You see, I don't know shit when I put this shit away. Oh man, but I know. I think I know where I put it. Now it's gonna get this, but I'm not frustrated or anything. But I'm just saying it's been a rough time, but I always had a good time. The music brought me some, and we would. The reason why I'm talking about this is I just been in making my first draft, or what you call it, for my book, and it was the introduction, and it was like, what do we say? And she said, like, Mats, tell me the worst day of your life and the best day of your life. And I said, how can I? I had so many bad experiences. And she said, but try me, try something, do something. And I said, yeah, and I would. And I said, yeah, but there's so many days, so many. And she said, yeah, but there must be one in particular. And I said, yeah, there is, but I couldn't remember. But then I said, oh, yeah, there's this day where I read in the papers where I didn't read. I was reading papers, but then I got a phone call. My beeper, it was back when we had beepers. It was going off, and it was going off all the time. And I was, what the fuck? And I called the number from a payphone, and it was my manager, and he was all crazy, and he was like, Mads, I'm calling from this phone because I'm like, I'm at this location. And I said, what? I'm at this location. I said, what are you doing there? I'm in we're going to television. We're going to play. We got 10 stars out of 5. I said, what? And he said, we got 10 stars out of 5, Matt. And I said, well, how is that possible? It's not, he said. And he was already making a television, television. We were you can write King Kane, and then you write ULVETIMEN. If you write that, you'll come to a show where you see me as a young man dancing like a motherfucker, but a good, very good drummer. He's in the start, a good hammer player, a good guitar player, and a fucking good bass player, and some good horns. Oh, those horny horns. They were like bad motherfuckers. But you see, everybody had something against. But I must admit, the day after we did that television appearance, listening, the first time we did that television appearance, the next day, 2 record companies already called us, and they wanted to talk to us, and we had a deal. Because before the TV appearances, nobody knew that we already had a deal with a publishing firm called Hippanini. That was a really strange name, and it was a strange publishing firm because they only did the publishing. And they said, we're going to make a deal for you. We're going to promise you one. And I said, how can you do that if you're a publishing firm? But they were quite famous, so we believed in them because they were real famous in Denmark. So we believed in them. And they just used us. They couldn't use us for shit. So they gave us some studio time and shit like that. And they were good with us. I must admit that now. Back then I was a mad young man. I was mad that we didn't make millions in the first fucking, CD we made. I was spoiled that way. Because the world spoiled us. Like with good reviews all the times. People was writing good shit about us. Never bad, always good. Not always, but almost always. So it is what it is, man. But it was a good time. But people be, when you have a good time, and you go in a bus when you're 18, you go out of that bus again when you're 30. You're another man. You're a whole other human being. You grew up in a fucking tour bus. And I did not grow up in a tour bus like that, but I was a lot on tour, and my family seemed to forget that. Not my last family I was together with for a lot of years, but they threw me out like I was some kind of garbage. Like, what the fuck. But it was. I guess I was garbage. Not for one, the youngest son. I really love him because and I don't hate. No, none of them. I don't. No, I don't. I think they're spoiled, and I think like Nicholas is the most spoiled one. But I guess that it's. I guess that he's taking care of himself and living with in an apartment and having his girlfriend still. I hope so. Because they were mad in love. I don't see him. He blocked me like his mother blocked me like without no reason. People who like judge you, even though they're doing the fuck shit. They're like people like that. It's like I'm not a hater. I do not hate. But come on, be serious about what you do and don't lie. Don't lie. At least do the dignity and tell the truth. If you go say you go up to, if you have an altercation with your woman, everything is in her name, even the dog. Then you can only lose. You can't win. You can't use anything. She even took a TV and bought from my mom and dad's inheritance. That's like I didn't get any TV out. I was in the house a lot of years, so I was paying for a lot of TVs. I only got one with me out. That was the one I got in there with the small TV they used for the gaming and shit. But the kids who are like 21 and 23 couldn't. And I bet you, if she have said to Stefan, can you, you know, give Matt your TV because he's giving us the big TV downstairs. He would have said, of course, man. Of course, Dad should have had some, Pops. Pops. He would have called me that. Or say Matt. I don't care what he ever said. But I know his heart is in the right place. That's why I love that kid. I was with him when he was sick. We played football and shit. I miss it. I miss him, man. And it's hard for me to be alone right now. I'm not alone, but in a way, I'm like a man who's playing gigs. I'm getting. That's what I mean. I'm alone, but hey, look what I got suddenly. I got gigs. I'm doing what I dreamed of doing when I was together with her. I, I literally do that right now while we're speaking. I'm not doing it while we're speaking, but I'm doing it as we talk. Here, I have the job, I have the contracts, I got everything, and so to say that you can't fulfill your dreams when you're like 50, that's a lie. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. Because I'm the living proof that that can happen. I dreamt of writing a book. I'm writing a book right now. And I get the help from a very, 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 very good woman, nice woman. She's very, very gifted. And we're gonna try selling that book. It's uh, it's a crazy book. It is. And everybody should see it. Oh man. Oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna go off. It's late and I've been working, so it's sleeping time. Sleeping mats. Too flying guess you got time too. I don't know, man. Gotta go up and get something to eat. Have a good thing. Have a good night. Peace.